gets his voice. As I said, Christian loses his. But
Yeah, I'll pipe up if there's anything important or
very, very
I'll see how I'm doing.
all right. So the Shadow Dome encasing Odin Bear has finally been brought down. There's some trips to the Shadow Realm, where a ziggurat powered by the sorrow of downed prisoners kept it alive. But when you move the prisoners to the area of the Fabled, place which is you can no longer hear the song, the sorrowful song. The sorrow ended, and the shadow lifted both in the Shadow Dome lifted, both in the Shadow Realm and here on the Prime Material Plane. You left all the prisoners there, and Sansadar, your ally who got you there and back, promised to retrieve the prisoners as best they can. At the moment, you only had his word for it, but you believed the words he said. And now, you find yourself about an hour south of Odin Beer, with the entire area of the Kingdom of Eglarion to explore. You did have plans to go to Harveston, but as I said in the pre-game kind of chat there, as Doug has personal business in Harveston, I suggest maybe you go to the Arcane Tower first, where Lord Simonda, before his untimely demise, advised you to go there to seek out the advice of Master Eden. And if you remember, Master Eden was one of the people who went to rescue the Queen Elisa from the Fey Realm, where Prince Krasner died. So he was part of that whole expedition. Apparently he's in the Arcane Tower, where he's the Archmage. So, keeping all that in mind, adventurers, heroes of Eglarion, not quite sure what to call you guys yet, but what would you like to do? Are you heroes? Are you protagonists? We'll see. We'll see as the story unfolds. Yes, about an hour south of Odin Bear, which you've been before. You visited the Royal Stud Farm before. Last time you saw it, it was up in flames. And of course, you visited the old windmills, in particular, old grinder, where this whole sorry mess started. So, once again, what would you like to do?
I guess we haven't been to the ruins of the Royal Summer Palace or the Cigarette of the New Moon. I'm just asking because I see they are kind of along the way. I don't know if there's anything interesting to do there, though, but they have some cool names.
I think a note about the Ziggurat of the New Moon. If you remember, you found it in the Tomb of the Constructor. You drew a map, and everything looked familiar, except for the Ziggurat of the New Moon. That was not known to you on the maps.
When we went to the Tomb of the Constructor, that's where we met this green dragon, right? This, right. I think it was pretty young, not too big. Mm-hmm. Although it did help us quite in the fight, which we had inside. I don't know, but my train of thought kind of expects that if we go to the Cigarette of the New Moon as like inside adventure, we're kind of probably going to venture further into the side story of Tomb of the Constructor, maybe unfold something new there. Maybe even we'll meet the Green Dragon again or something like that. I don't know.
I mean, I was thinking on going to this Ziggurat for a long time. I mean, we have seen so much important information about it, but limited in the tomb. But I feel that we can continue our journey to the Arcane Tower and maybe later to Harveston, but we should consider our way back to stop by there.
Yeah, so when we go back to Oathbreaker, we don't cross the Azure Bridge and take the main road. We once again go the southern part along this way and take the Cigarette on the way back.
Think about it. Cannot be a coincidence that this is that there is a Cigarette there. this temple maybe was there for a long time as a token, maybe for enemies. Who knows which secrets we could still hold?
I have a feeling that whatever it is inside is going to be, I don't know, useful in any kind of way. So I wouldn't mind taking a detour to the cigarettes whenever. But yeah, I guess for the time being we could just try to make haste to the Arcane Tower first and then go to Harbison later.
One note, maybe sort of a question for Malcolm. Is this the Arcane Tower in which the wizard, sorcerer, or warlock that put together bond is located, or I'm misplacing these two Arcane Towers?
No idea about that.
No, okay.
Think about that was the Lodge of the Wanderlust was a place where
Okay.
information
Yes.
about. Yeah.
Yes, I knew, okay, perfect. I wanted to be sure that it. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, Bone has business he wishes to attend the Lodge of Wanderlust, but it's all the way over there. But that's, I imagine, on Bone's to-do list. Sorry, a bit confused, but definitely not the Arcane Tower. The Arcane Tower.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, cool.
So then I think it's kind of settled, no? That we will go to the Arcane Tower. I mean, I would enjoy talking with someone else with magical knowledge to refresh my mind and maybe discuss some of the strange things we've seen so far.
Absolutely.
And definitely, I mean, if we want to end up with the reason that Monger wanted us to come here is because it was related to the crown, no?
He wants you to converse with Master Eden, the Archmage of the Arcane Tower, to maybe remove the curse on the crown if possible, or learn more information about the crown. So he urged, once you got the crown, to talk to Master Eden, who's knowledgeable of such things.
Okay, then I think that's the direction we are taking. Were we already here, Malcolm, at the diversion?
Well, I mean, that's the way you suggested you go, but feel free to go any way you like.
But are we? Because I was not there in the last session, so I don't know whether you guys ended up in the city or were you already out of the city.
About an hour south of the city happened to be where you rematerialized. And the idea was to go to Harveston first, because Doug has some and Kracion has some personal business there. But since Doug is absent this session, I suggested maybe you would probably want to go to the Arcane Tower instead.
Okay, we can do that.
Alright. Alright. Now that you're out in the open on the continent of Aglarion, you once again, these areas around the windmills were the farming districts of Odenbeer. Most of the farmhouses have been abandoned and the crops have been ruined by this constant purple rain. And even with the days now of constant rain, the place is turning into a bit of a mud pit. So as you trudge your way southwest, it's messy going. Nothing hindering too much at the moment. But as the rain pours down, I'm going to need all of you to make me Constitution saving throws, please.
A Constitution saving throw?
Yes, please.
Or just alright.
And Bone?
He rolled a 14. His new name is Avgi on the sheet.
Avgi!
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, good point.
Okay.
Good point. Avgi. Should stop referring to Bone as Bone. But it's
Did I miss that? Sorry. How? What?
Oh yeah.
Yes,
That's an
it is.
important. That's an important piece of information. Do you recognize yourself as Apgi?
Yeah. I got the broken head benefit of intellect on, so my intellect is now 10.
Oh,
And
okay.
yeah, and another piece of information that's kind of well, dramatic is that Bone or Avgi revealed that Vander is his brother, sort of. Or, yeah.
Not kind of sort of. They are
Vander is your
They are
brother.
brothers,
Related.
yeah.
Yeah.
Brothers Johansson or something.
Jansen.
Benson.
Jansen, that's here.
Yeah. So
Oh.
it's Avgi Jansen and Vander Jansen.
Okay. That was
There is-
unexpected. Okay.
So there is,
Then while we are, Malcolm, when we are heading towards the tower, I will approach Avgi. How do you feel? Or maybe Vander. If Avgi cannot talk, that's fine. I can talk with Vander.
Yeah, it's a bit better if you talk to that.
Yeah, approach both, but I talk with Vander.
He
How
wants
do you
to talk
feel?
about it, yeah.
That's a really strange situation.
Well, it is. It really is. I kind of lost Avgi for quite a long time. If you were to ask me, I'm sure Avgi wouldn't agree with this, but I would say that Avgi abandoned me when I was younger. And Evander is going to like side-eye Avgi a little bit. Although I did miss him for most of my life. It's been like 10 years since I've been able to have an intellectual conversation with my brother. Not like he has been for the last couple of weeks, months, when
But
we've known him as Bone.
But did you know he was your brother before he gained his mind back?
The only thing that resembles him as my brother is his head. Everything else is something else. I don't know what that is. But I kind of stumbled across him when I first went to Onalbir. He was fighting in the dog pits as a gladiator. And I was curious. I wanted my brother back. But he wasn't kind of my brother anymore. He was something else. So I tried to make up a plan to, well, try to get him back. And I'm not really a fighter in the normal senses, so what could I do? Well, I was offered to buy him, and he was so expensive. He cost me, well, you know that story. And after that, I've been trying to, well, find out what has happened. And
But you treat him like a slave.
Oh yeah,
Your own brother.
yeah. I did. Because even though he's still my brother, he did abandon me, and I kind of resent him for that. And you know how I am, Adai. I do like to stay in control, and it kind of fit my persona as well to treat Avgi as my, well, not my companion, but my, well, my fighter, my right-hand man, the one that did all the dirty work while I didn't do anything.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Vendor. Until now, I will have put my hand on fire that you were born in the pit of hell. Now, after everything, that idea is banished. But man, you definitely have been cooked in the hell.
Well, I've turned into something unique, I would say. But I've managed to survive in this world all on my own. I didn't have a family to cling to, had I? I had to do everything myself. And
Well-
I would say I've turned out maybe not the best human, but I've done something. And I'm proud of what I've achieved.
Well, in any case, I'm quite glad to see Avgi standing up for himself. That has been a journey. I always knew he had a good heart inside, but to see him now bright and fresh and talkative, although he seems to have gotten a cold, but yeah. Maybe he lost part of his strength in the conversion.
So exhausted.
Well, when you are recovered, we have much to talk.
Definitely.
That's definitely something. I mean, we were talking about hope not so long ago, and whether we probably have lost it. And now seeing this, kind of tickles back.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say this is one step closer to reclaiming hope, though? I would say that.
I would say that too, Vander. And I'm shivering just by realizing that I agree with you. But yes, you are 100% right.
It's not going to be the first time that I.
No, it's not. But somehow always happens that I shiver.
I thought you were used to that by now.
No, I think it's the blood of my ancestors, the blood from the Fae realm. Somehow notice something.
Well, I guess what more can we do then except venture forth? And I'm sure Avgi is more curious about what has brought this fate upon him than I am, but I'm not going to lie. I'm very curious about what these doctors and scientists did to Avgi and exactly why that they did that.
I mean, we were talking about coming back through the Ziggurat, but more and more I'm thinking, sometimes the answer might be lying in front of us. Maybe we should go northwest and figure out in that lodge in the middle of nowhere what the fuck happened there.
Well,
later on, this time, let's get this magical this Arcane tower, and we have time to think about that. Malcolm, how far is this is 15 miles per hexagon or something like that?
You can think of it this way, you can do about a hex a day.
Okay. Okay, so we could go there probably in a week. Oh yeah. Well, still it's a commitment, but we could consider it.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. At some point we can think about that after visiting these two places.
As we look, is there any reason why I'm feeling all of a sudden tired than usual?
I mean, it's cold and rainy.
I've been in the rains quite before, but why all of a sudden am I tired in this rain?
Do you think that he still carries the power of the Queen?
I think I agree with Orion. This rain seems exactly like the rain we left before we went to the Shadow Realm. So I'm going to say that the Queen is still pissing on us.
Well, let's hope that we can rest and fill our stomachs at Arcane Tower. Hope that there is not only knowledge there, but maybe the comfort of a fireplace.
Rain is definitely getting under your skin, Orion. You notice the skies above is purple overhead. There's constant rain, like it's not just a little bit of rain, it's torrential rain. There's an unusual amount of thunder and lightning around, just crackles around. And the rain is almost, think of it as like mildly acidic. It irritates the skin. It gets underneath your armor, underneath your clothes, and it's just sucking the life out of you almost. Hence that level of exhaustion. So it's a very unnatural rain. Purple skies, acidic rain. It's just not pleasant. And you look at the farmlands around you, Astra, and like normally they'd be like full of crops at this time of year, ready to be harvested, but the crops are just rotten, unusable. The farmers' house, some farmers have just plain old abandoned it, their houses, and gone who knows where. But this rain is definitely unnatural, killing the crops, exhausting you, and basically you feel as little amount of time you can spend under this rain, the better. So those are the problems facing you, Orion. It's not pleasant.
Well,
When I left this realm, it was teeming with life. And now all of a sudden everything is dying. And the rain, it just never seems to stop. You saying that Queen is the responsible for this?
The killing of the king and her claiming power brought madness and storms to this realm. Since then, I mean, we were only trapped in the city and the surroundings. It's horrible to see that the power is not only confined to the neighboring area, but maybe everywhere at the realm.
it seems like it is. And last time when we ventured into the rain, we had a strategy, but it seems like our trusty old wagon is nowhere to be found, so I guess we have to do something else. If I remember correctly, there was a couple of buildings to the south. The Royal Stud Farm, the old windmills. They're a little bit of a travel southwards. We could take shelter there for the night at least, but when venturing through the day, we have to figure something else out, because I full-heartedly agree with Orion. The less time we spend in this rain, the less irritated I'm going to get, both my skin and my mood.
Agree.
Okay, so you start your trek. Let's go through the order and ask. We'll start with Avgi. Christian, if you could just roll a d20 for me, that would be good.
Oh yeah, let's see. Ew, 5.
So you press on to the southeast, and you come across a familiar sight. Well, everybody except for Orion. Well, maybe you've seen it, and no, that it wouldn't have been here. You come across the Royal Stud Farm, and the last time you saw it, it was ablaze. The place lies in ruins now. There are possibly places to stay in here that could be still stable, like some of the more sturdy structures that have survived the fire. And it's getting towards the end of the day as well. So, what would you like to do? Would you like to press on, or what would you like to do?
I think we should rest here. I mean, there's still some area which can be, I guess there's still some area which is covered, maybe a basement or something made of a stone or something on those lines, in which we can take a refuge.
Oh, do you know what? I have something which I kind of forgot that we had. Can I show it in the... I cannot, but if you guys perhaps remember, we found some magic items inside one of the shops. Do you remember what we found inside? Something to shelter us from anything, basically.
Don't remember what it was. Would it be waste? Or can
No.
we use it?
It is Darn's Instant Fortress.
Okay.
I can't copy the information text though, but here's what it does.
But I think it's done and then it stays there forever.
Does it?
Yeah. It doesn't say that you can remove it.
Speak the command word that dismisses it.
Ah, okay.
So it's a traveling fortress.
Okay, that's pretty awesome.
It's very handy in the rain, at least.
Yes, and also to throw it to someone.
Well, why did you think I wanted to pick it up? Getting hit by a fortress kind of hurts, I would believe. And I want to see that happen at least once during my life.
As far as I'm there, that's a good idea. But yeah, definitely we should try it.
What time of day is it now, Malcolm? Is it getting like...
Yeah, early evening.
So then
Evening.
we can push maybe half an hour or something like that, and then we stop. And then this is instantaneous. We don't need to search for shelter.
Hmm.
You can push
that
past.
sounds-
Push past.
Maybe yes, a little bit.
So you push past, putting the royal stud farm behind you, and you get about, what'd you say, travel center to center for the hex movement. And you throw down the ancient fortress. Instructs. And, you can. So we'll say doing this over and over again, like any travel out in the open thing. We'll just put the instant fortress up. Just make it easy. Okay, the instant fortress goes up, and if nothing else, you get shelter from this incessant cursed rain that is falling upon the kingdom. And as you rest up for the evening, you hear the storm and the power of the storm and the lightning strikes just get more and more and more intense as midnight rolls around. And while it doesn't get good, it gets better by the time early morning comes away. The rain is still persistent, but it seems the effect of this midnight curse are worse at midnight. So unless there's any conversations or anything you wish to do, we can press on to the next day's travel. And your points of exhaustion are removed, but and you can make another Constitution saving throw. Ryan, point of exhaustion. Ada, you're good. Vicky, you're good. Vander, point of exhaustion. DC is 15, just for future reference.
15?
There, I feel that it's going to take quite some time to get used to this weather atmosphere.
I don't think I'm ever going to get used to it, to be honest. Well, at least it gives me some extra motivation to pursue the queen and fell her down.
Ender, roll me a D20.
D20. A 1.
You press on again early morning, pressing through the olden plains. Fortunately, nothing unusual happens during the day, and you reset up the instant fortress and set about traveling once again. I'm going to say for long bits of travel like this, we're not going to repeat the Constitution saving throw, so we're just going to say Orin and Vandor are exhausted at the start of each day, and we'll go from there. Okay, so instant fortress up, traveling on to the next day. Now, well, first of all, Adai, roll me a d20.
Okay. 13.
You guys are doing good on the random encounter table, so well done. Just a second. You do come across something that you... there appears to be some sort of hut on the side of the road. It's a very makeshift hut put together by seemingly rotten logs, and held together by like tree vines and stuff that's holding the stuff together. And there's a simple door on the front of it, and it stands out because why is there a makeshift hut here? That is indeed what you see.
I'm interested. I will approach it. I will be cautious in case someone is, armed and maybe worried that someone dangerous is approaching.
So you press forward through the mud, which is just everywhere, and you see the hut in front of you. You notice a bit of smoke rising from it.
Do I hear anyone or anything inside?
A perception check.
That will be a 21.
There is somebody rustling inside. Sounds like they're cooking or some other household tasks.
Okay. I don't want to scare them, so I will shout from outside. Hi, we are travelers crossing by. Are you all right there?
I'm fine. I don't need any help from anybody.
Okay, then we will not disturb you. And I back a bit, and then, unless the others want to do something, I will continue.
You see a guy poke his head out of the door, glare at you, and then slam the door shut behind him.
Well, he looks like he's in tune with nature, at least.
Any of you need remedies or anything?
You're another one of those idiots who've gone blind in the swamp.
Well, that happened before to some of our friends. Do you have remedies for when this happens?
I have, but I saved them for the monks.
For the what? For the monks?
Monks.
Huh.
The leaf that cures blindness.
Wait, the leaf that carries blindness or removes blindness?
I believe he says cures, if I remember correctly.
Oh, cures. Yeah. Well, then it removes blindness, I guess. Well, I wouldn't mind having spare ones, because traveling through the swamps last time wasn't really best experience.
When these swamps came, That's when Kalzar came, and he mutated. Stay out of the swamp.
Is that your friend you're speaking of, or something like that?
There is no friend of anyone. He rules the swamp now. He's mutated, he's changed, he's different. This rain has mutated him. But the swamp is his domain now. Do not go in there.
Okay, that's good advice, I guess.
DM, was the swamp there when I was in Aguilera?
Yeah, but I'll say s'more.
Okay.
For us, the way we are going seems that we are going around, no, Malcolm?
Oh, you don't need no obligation to go through the swamps. You can
Okay,
avoid them
okay.
easily enough.
Okay. Wish you all the best, old man. Good luck.
Me say this one time. If you're foolish enough to go into the swamp and you see a log that's been hollowed out, that's the domain of Kalzar. Keep him. Keep Big Bird from Kalzar.
Is Culture a black dragon by any chance?
Higgins, I do not see. Kalzar is 10 feet tall. Mutated, 5, 6 arms. Every time I dare to venture in the swamps, I keep my distance. But he is changing. He is mutating under this wretched storm. Beware.
Okay. I look to the others and I back the fuck out of this place. And continue walking, but keeping an eye. I mean, we are kind of bordering, no, the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so maybe, yeah. Especially, I have I don't know. Does my bird survive with this rain, or is toxic? Is too toxic for my all to go around?
Toxic? Oh no! If your bird's equally affected.
Yeah, but he gets exhausted. But does it get damaged or?
One way to find out.
Okay, I mean I will have it from the previous one, so I carry me, and if he disappears, I will not bring it back. So.
Sure.
Okay, we will be extra careful, especially for I will have him flying around just to be sure that we don't get ambushed while we are bordering the swamps.
Sure. So, sounds like you're saying farewell to Vadin.
Mm-hmm.
This crazy druidic type character who warns you off. And as you border the swamp, you notice a couple of things. Between the two of you, you notice that there are several stakes now appearing around the outside of the Olden swamp. And there are creatures of the swamp there, like frogs and crocodiles and those type of things, skewered on these stakes. And a bit further on, you actually see some humans skewered on these stakes as well. It seems as if somebody's almost building a warning fence around there with the victims of it. You can only assume Kalzar, whoever that is doing that. And as you say goodbye to Vadin, even though you're a day's travel up, Adai at least would know that Southkeep keeps the southern borders safe from any raiders that might come from the south. A fortified position, but you see smoke rising from Southkeep.
Do I know anyone there, or did I know anyone there? Maybe a soldier or a nobleman or anything like that?
No. It's almost like the wall in Game of Thrones. You kind of go there, criminals, those type of stuff, wanting to redeem themselves.
Okay.
So
who will be in charge of that? Something like in the world, like a nobleman, or it will be just a militia or a mercenary, or even if I don't know the person, would I know what to expect there as a leadership? Or
you would? I'm just bringing up that information. There's a red cloak lawgiver there, in fact, who's heading up the soldiers there. His name is Rennick Newark. He's a captain of Southkeep and a red cloak lawgiver.
okay. It's strange, guys. The Southkeep is seems to be attack. Well, or strange, or maybe expected. There should be a red cloak inside. If we are lucky, may get some insights. Hopefully, it was not attacked by this creature of the forest. I will approach it with precaution, just in case.
Do you think there's any reason for us to approach South Keep at all, or?
I would like to know what happened. We are not. I mean, we are running out of allies, and I don't know if we can get something from there. Will not be worth it.
It could, I assume. But I think that we could try to get closer to South Keep. But if you want to have a closer look for yourself, if you're really eager, I could give you an hour of invisibility, and you could take a closer look for yourself if you're eager.
I could do it, but don't you think it would be maybe less risky if we all approach the place?
I think a little bit of scouting wouldn't hurt. And if you deem it safe enough for the rest of the party to enter, yeah, I think it would be easier to at least enter the keep together as a group.
Let's get close, and then I can use my familiar. I think that will be easier.
Oh yeah, that's probably even easier. What about if I turn your familiar? You know what? I'll turn your familiar invisible, and I'll have Joy accompany.
Mm-hmm. So we will get close to the keep. Hidden.
First of all, you need to set up camp for the night. So
Okay, then we'll do that first. Okay. Yeah.
Press on. The exhaustion levels that we had before will just keep. But I still need
we will.
I think we're up to roll a D. Oh no, Orion, roll me a D20.
Before rolling, so Malcolm, especially now that we are near the swamp, we will make a watch during the night. Okay.
Sure. Got that D20. Oh, Orion. Okay. So before you get there, roll me a D100 as well. Right here, Orion. 60. Roll me a D4. Alright, 2. So as you're approaching Southkeep, this choking rain that has fallen down turns into a shower of centipedes, and centipedes start falling from the sky. Can everybody make me a dexterity saving throw, please?
Ooh.
Hit by centipedes.
Yeah, this rain has turned into centipedes.
Advantage due to danger sense, I suppose.
Yep. Okay, everybody except Vander bears the worst of it. But you take 6 points of damage, 3 points of damage for everybody except Vander, who takes several centipedes to the end and takes a full 6 points of damage, as the rain has turned into a hail of vermin. And you see as the centipedes, the ones that miss you kind of scurry away. Some go into the forest, some go towards South Key. Yeah, it's weird. As you approach... What?
This is no ordinary rain.
It's not the first time we got strange creatures coming from the clouds. Like the war has reversed and nothing makes sense anymore.
You approach Southkeep. Feel free to send out your familiars, but you can see now that Southkeep was once an imposing solid stone building with walls and towers, is now a smouldering ruin. The walls of the central tower is caved in, and the palisade is burnt, and there's tents outside where people would live. They couldn't fit at the keep. They have been all burned down, and the smell of burnt flesh hangs in the air. And even from distance, you can see a pile of partially burnt and rotting bodies in front of the gates.
What seems to be the culprit? Like, were they attacked by a militia and then they burn the bodies, like pile them and burn them, or were they attacked by a creature and they are all, whatever, broken in parts and stuff like that?
If you want a closer look at the bodies, feel free to approach.
I will use the familiar basically to hint. So if it's at least a group that maybe is near me, so it can go up to 100 feet telepathically and see through it.
So you're crouched down 100 feet away from Southkeep, and Coastal flies out and has a look. Having a looking through Coastal eyes, can you make me a medicine check to see if you can discover what
Yes.
the cause of death was?
$17. I'm rolling well.
The bodies are cut, like with claw marks, and they've been burnt as well. So they look like they've been killed, but probably not through swords or arrows or anything like that. Maybe some type of animal did this. There's claw marks and burn marks. Some of them are quite badly burnt.
Okay. Guys, we should be careful. Southkeep was not... I mean, we have seen this, the Queen's bodyguards attacking, but they used swords in addition of fire, no? They didn't use claws.
So one other thing, Adai, can you make me a perception check through
Sure.
Coastal's eyes?
That's not that good. 8.
Okay. That's right, not good enough, as you were.
Yeah. So, Malcolm, we've seen the special guards from the Queen, the guys who use fire, but they didn't have claws, no? I remember they had swords, no?
They attacked you. Remember, they used to power up their swords with unholy smite. This is not swords.
Yeah, so that's not something like this. Okay, so this really seems to be different. So, guys, maybe we should be especially careful in the next couple of days. I'm not sure whether our fortress is a bless or might be a target. But I rather defend myself within the walls. But maybe we should find an area which is hidden enough that if those creatures will not find us. I suggest to push hard today.
So, you don't think there's any reason to investigate further what happened inside of Southkeep, if there's any survivors or any information that could be relayed further?
Is the smell bearable, Malcolm? From where we are? We were like 100 feet from there. Will it feel like it's going to be bearable?
Oh yeah, it's bearable. It's unpleasant, but yeah,
Okay.
no real effect.
Okay, but then maybe we should go in and check.
Perhaps something on their bodies would identify what exactly is out there.
Let's go. I thought I have the sensation from the eyes of Costa that might be the smell might be unbearable, but definitely if it's not the case, I also intrigued. So let's go careful but steady. We will approach the place maybe from one. I don't know how many doors, if only one entrance, but we will see how we can get in.
Okay, as you approach the smouldering ruin, Adai, you actually notice someone that you know. It is Captain Renrick Newhawk, who you know was a Red Cloak. Commander of this, and you see his burned, charred body.
Is hanging from somewhere, or is it at the floor?
No, just on the floor, yeah.
I'm gonna approach the body, and I plan to give proper sepultures, proper rites. But I will first check whether there is anything on him that could be of interest, or use a book or any information, or a sigil or anything. Even the red clock he survived.
Just the weapons he had on him. You give him a pat down, and the seat is quite badly burnt. He might have had something useful, a letter perhaps, orders, but they did not survive the attack.
How are we doing during the day? Are we in the middle of the day, or is it already night?
I would say in the middle of the day.
Okay. Evie, I know there are many bodies, but this one is close to me. Would you mind helping me to give him proper burial?
I guess gonna help you and express his sympathies.
Yes, I can help with that.
I appreciate it. I understand that there's a lot of dead, but I don't know. I feel that this one at least deserves in name of the others. So we will dig a grave and cast some words on him.
I will speak on behalf of the Redeemer for him.
And then we will approach the keep.
You said it was a charred body?
Yep.
Would I be able to tell if it was just like long exposure or maybe some sort of a quick burn?
Burns
23 because I'm at disadvantage.
Oh yeah, good watching out for that. Definitely like exposed to flame, like not a slow burn. It was quite quick. Like I don't know, maybe the equivalent in our world of a flamethrower, something like that. Like
Okay.
What do you think?
It seems like whatever creature this may be, or whatever weapon that this enemy carries, it can do quite a bit of burn damage in an instant. This was not a long exposure of being somewhat trapped in a burning room or a burning building. This has something far more powerful behind this fire.
Do you think dragon? Thought
To trust my mind.
the hermit referred to a creature with many arms, but didn't mention fire breath. We've seen fire breath before, but from soldiers following the queen. Wonder whether she casts within this land other creatures that can breathe fire. Devils, perhaps.
And one cannot necessarily rule out the possibility of weaponry with firepower. Nor strong magic, for that matter.
Well, keep an eye. Let's hope that we get some answers, not in our flesh. I see there is an opening here, so maybe we can approach that. Malcolm, we will try to hide. I don't know whether we are good or not on that, but at least not to be ultra obvious.
So, why don't you make me a stealth check? Don't forget those exhausted at disadvantage.
I'm at disadvantage anyway.
Okay, there's no double disadvantage. Ooh, 8.
Did you roll?
Net 20 and it's 6.
Let's see. Oh.
That's gonna be funny.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already got 8, 13, 8, 3.
Yeah, I think we are basically just going in like normally.
Well, you are, but you think you're stealthed. You
Yeah,
think you're doing a good job, but players know that you're not. But characters are unaware. You guys are super stealthy.
Or the knight.
Just like I put this map together myself, and just these are the walls. You can't really see over them. You can come through this way, of course. That doesn't make sense. Does, yeah. So this door is on the walls. So you'd have to climb up the walls to access that door. So
but it seems to be broken.
Yep.
Wait, but this one is broken, no?
Yep.
So okay. I mean, I think first we will approach here and then see where we can go.
Sure.
I see a door here. I don't know, unless you guys have other idea, I will just approach that.
Yeah, why not? As long as I can stick in the back, I'm not going to argue against it.
I'm worried just in case I'm gonna cast protection against evil on me. Since I'm going first.
Is that concentration?
It's a concentration. I will just cast it to it's there in the.
Okay, aberration.
It just prevent to be dominated by possessed by a creature, and if many strange creatures attack me, they have disadvantage, and I cannot be fighting it. So then, in case something is there, at least I have some defense. It will last 10 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna check here before opening, but unless I hear something, I will just go away ahead.
Are you exhausted, Edo?
No.
Okay, cool. So you make me that perception check, please, as you listen
That's
to the door.
That's a 12.
Okay, just a sec. You hear something on the other side. It's slow. They're trying to. You get the impression that they're waiting there for the door to be opened. You hear the almost low growl of like a dog or an animal. It's definitely not a human. It's some type of animal, and it seems to be waiting there for you to open the door.
Okay. How solid is the door?
Amazingly pretty solid.
Okay.
It survived the destruction of the keep relatively well.
Okay, I signal to the others that we are under attack, and I take my shield, and I will push the door, but cannot go in. So like I will kind of actually step back after pushing the door. So after I tell the others that there is a risk, I take my shield out, push the door, but then step back 5 feet.
Yeah, Avgi takes a dodge action as well and gets next to Adai.
The dodge action. Yeah.
I will move out of the way as well and take the dog action, and I will say send Joy to just cover up in the corner by the door.
Sure.
And take the dog action as well, even though she's invisible.
She's extra dodgy. And
Yes.
Orion?
I'm going to look at my compadres who look like they're getting ready to dodge out of the way of something and give them at least a little bit of help from above as I cast Bless on all
Nice.
4 of us.
Nice.
Second
Nice.
level.
Loveless.
Bless rocks. So we'll say that Orion sees what you're doing, and just before you open the door, he casts Bless on you, because that just makes sense. And can something's about to happen.
Can I open the door or
Oh,
should I
just a
wait?
sec. Let me get
Okay.
organized first.
Yes. And can you put the coastal, please, in? Or maybe it's that I didn't see it.
Okay. Is Coastal in there? And no, he's not. What did Coastal roll?
Coastal, I roll for it.
Sorry. You mean
Uh,
you
no.
wanted the token. There's the token.
Do I need to roll
Yeah,
at
yeah.
disadvantage?
Yeah, I was about to ask that. It's
I
an
think
ability
so.
check, sort of.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where is exhaustion disadvantage on the initiative?
Yep. All ability.
No, coastal roll an 18, no? An 18.
Still got an 18?
Yeah, I'm.
18 coastal, yes. The first roll.
Could you put Bone in there? Or yeah.
Doesn't matter anyway.
Sure. Said Bonin. And Bone rolled a. Who's Bone?
8.
Avi.
Yeah, Avgi.
Avgi. You're not exhausted, Avgi.
Oh,
Just me and
could
Vander.
we managed to rest up and clear the
Yeah, the second
exhaustion,
time
but
he took the
stayed.
second roll.
Uh-huh. It's okay, thank you. Let's see, 13.
I just changed Bone's name to Evgi, so we shouldn't have that problem anymore.
Oh, yeah. I'll swap out a token later.
Evgi. Okay, you should be Evgi from this point on. All right. So
Correct. This and 19 and coastal is 18.
So they were waiting. I'll put them on the thing here and we'll see how this plays out. Okay, as you open the door, and quickly step back. Do you see creatures? They look like wolves of some time, but they're obviously the bones are twisted in odd ways, and their fur is rotten, and they just don't look normal. Joy, you're the first to react. What does Joy do?
So, did the door open?
Yeah, the door's open. Yep.
Okay, perfect. If that's the case, Joy is just going to sneakily go into the door, or fly into the door, I guess, and just stay maybe 10 feet up in the air, and just maybe cling to a wall or something. She's not going to use her, do anything special on her move.
Okay. Sorry, just a sec.
I have 19 in Malcolm. I don't know why you wrote a 13, but I rolled a 19 in initiative. No, I changed it correctly, but I'm out of order. I don't know why.
Yep. So 19.
I corrected it, but somehow it didn't put me forward. No, no way.
Sure. That's up to me to do that. What's your dexterity?
+0.
Oh, well, you'll be going second then after the hound. Okay, this one. Well, first of all, one of these doors is just smashed through, and another one of these creatures charges in, and this one here takes a deep, huge breath and breathes fire in a 15-foot cone. I'm going to say Joy, with the angle she's at, she can make this at advantage, but I need Adai, Avgi, and Joy to all make dexterity saving throws, please.
Is it fire?
It's fire, yep.
Joy has fire immunity, though.
Oh, okay,
If
so
it
we're about
matters.
Joy. Yeah.
And I'm resistant, so that's good.
Avgi, that's a 5, that's an 8, that's a no. Adai, 17, that's a yes. So as this blast of fire comes out, I mean, this is not dissimilar to fire, which is Greyhound Knights, but these are different Greyhound Knights, but something similar is going on. So Avgi, take all of that, and Adai, take half of that.
And half because I'm resistant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did I fail with 23?
You also have danger sense too, right, Avgi?
I rolled
you're at advantage.
23. Yeah.
Oh, you're on a 23, sorry. Then you both, Avgi takes 9, and if you got fire resistance, then it would be 4. So that guy's breathed. Okay, and so that's what happens now. And Coastal, you're next up to react.
No, you just jumped me, so I'm at least 19, so I will move here.
Sorry.
Actually, can I move? I think I'm moving here, yes. And I'm attacking the one in front of me, just in case. I'm gonna do first Booming Blade, I think. Yeah. Let me see.
Sixteen
16?
is a hit, even without bless, so that's going to be a hit. Well done.
Okay, I don't know why it's... Okay, and then it gets 1d8 of Booming Blade. So that's 11 points of damage. And I think that's gonna be my turn. Yes.
Okay, very good. So nice, solid hit. Now I did it slightly wrong, so he breathes. So without
Yeah, and then it was a Costa. So Costa is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so it's gonna go here, and give advantage against this enemy.
Okay, excellent. Nice little flyby by Coastal. Orion, you hear the running of a dog, and a dog appears over here. Took a dash action to get there though, and then you hear more footsteps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then takes dashes up and gets right up in your face. But there's theirs turns. Avgi, what do you do? No longer dodging, I assume.
If I hear this going on, he's going to look back and turn around to help Orion. And he's going to bonus action rage. Going to go right over there.
Go.
He's going to attack normally with his Vordani Ripper. Yeah, it should hit. That's 18.
Pick something. You slash at it with your Warden Ripper, and it does absolutely no damage.
That's bad. I must swap it out. See that it does nothing, and change it with his maul.
Sure. Mondo's Magical Maul. 16 hits, and you will do damage with the maul.
Right, 14.
14 with the rage. Excellent.
Yeah, that's his turn.
Okay, excellent. Orion. Avgi's rushed around to put himself to try and take this creature out. What do you do?
Grave mistake, I would fear.
Samson, what are you doing there? Yep.
Alright. To look over there to the doggo that kind of goes right up to his face trying to bite him. Going to try to grab him almost like by the collar, but obviously he doesn't have a collar, so he's just going to grab him by the throat. And he will do an inflict wounds.
Ooh, nice. Okay, roll to hit. Don't forget your bless.
Douche.
Even without the bless, the inflict wounds hits, so roll damage. Oh, ouch. The dog gives out a little yipping sound, but then catches itself and is going for your throat. That'll happen on its turn, of course. But nice, Orion.
With bonus action to give myself a little bit more of a melee range attempt. Bonus action Shillelagh.
Lele, okay. Powering up the start. Excellent. As you cast Shillelagh on your staff. Excellent. Okay. I'm assuming that's the end of your turn.
Yep.
This hound hasn't yet breathed fire, so it's going to do that. Just Adai, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
12.
12 is good enough, even without your bless, as it breathes fire on you. So 15 reduced to 7.
Reduced to 3 or 4, no? Okay.
To reduce to 3. Okay, well, the DM's aware of this now, but the hounds aren't. As Vander, keeping safe around the side, what do you do?
Well, Vander is going to go up the steps, and he's going to say, "Oh, Adai, looks like there's more wolves coming from the south. But I guess we should focus on one thing at a time."
I can do this once if you want. You can help the others. I can. At the moment, I'm fine here.
Vanner is gonna give Adai a smile, and then he's going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on 3rd level on these 3 wolves. And that's a Wisdom saving throw, DC 17.
Okay.
Oh, but this is wait. But this is new spell, no? This is not the normal spell. Are we using the new spells?
Yeah, I'm using new spells. Tasha's Hideous Laughter, isn't that some of the normal ones?
No, I mean normally it will only affect one creature,
Oh yeah, it's upcast to level 3.
but still even only
Using
the
high level spell.
But they didn't used to do that, no? I think this is only now with the 2024 spells.
Oh, maybe. I'm not really sure.
I'll look, but I'm pretty sure that it always had the ability to be upcasted.
Looking up to, but we are using the legacy, as it were. So whenever you're doing spells or anything, just look up. Use the legacy version.
I can do that.
I am not certain it doesn't. Yeah, I know. This is not legacy.
Oh, yeah.
This is spell. I mean, I used this spell before. It was
Yeah, see,
surprised.
some of my spells have legacy on it. Let me look at the Tasha one though.
It usually affects only one creature, and that's it. It's
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
so
cannot upcast it.
just the one.
yeah. I think I'm gonna do something else in that case. And I'm probably not gonna have Tasha in my spellbook if that's the case, because I'm using Warlock levels to do that, and I feel like it's kind of useless to just cast it at a level 1 spell. Let's see. Yeah, I'll fix that later. As an alternative, I'm going to do something else. I think I'm just going to use Corrupting Ichor though at 3rd level.
Nice.
That's a 15 plus the bless.
15 just hits, even
So,
without the bless.
nice.
So you're good.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to cast it on this one, and that's 2d8 points of damage. And every turn, it takes 3d4 points of damage.
Unless it takes an action to wipe it off, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And Banner is going to pull back a little bit. And since I've leveled up my Warlock ability, I've gotten some new moves with Joy. So I'm going to use my bonus action to make Joy attack one of the wolves.
Sure.
And I'm going to make her attack the one I just spat on. So, yeah. So, she makes an attack roll. 24.
24 hits.
Assume that hits. And that's... Oh, I had to do that manually. 4 plus 3. So that's 4 points of piercing damage. And it has to make a Constitution saving throw to not take damage. And since it's the new ability, it uses my spell save DC instead of its normal DC. So DC 17.
It rolls a 20, so it's good on,
Yeah,
on a
yeah.
dirty 20. And a
Yeah,
Joy's
passes.
attack magical?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take the 4 points of damage then. Okay, excellent.
And yeah,
Joy is getting
no longer invisible.
So sorry, I was trying one thing. My bad.
So good. Okay. I'll tell it. This one is not going to use its fire breath, but come up to you and try and bite you, Adai. And because it's got this friend here, it's got pack tactics, so this will be at advantage.
Okay.
And
Does he have just in case he's an aberration and dead celestial? I don't think so. Devil, fiend, and so on. He has disadvantage, or will be straight roll because of the protection against evil.
No, it's not one of those things. So unfortunately,
No aberration, no elemental. Okay. Fey and dead. Okay.
nope, not one of those things. And
Okay.
the rolls a dirty 20. Does that hit, Adai?
Dirty 20. That doesn't hit. 22
Okay.
now with the seal.
So first of all, take 10 points of piercing damage. I will just say you drop concentration on protection from good and evil because it's useless anyway. They must be legacy.
All right.
Legacy. All spells must be legacy.
So get 10 points of damage, but he didn't hit me.
Yeah, he hits you for 10 points of damage.
You say 20, and 20 doesn't hit. Does not
Sorry, no.
hit.
Oh, 20 doesn't hit. Ah,
No, because with the shield it's 22. My
Oh,
bad,
okay.
maybe I misspoke. Sorry, my bad.
Sure. Okay, well, your shield saves you then. No need to take 10 points of piercing damage. And as you fend off this creature with your shield and I push him to the side, it's now your turn.
Okay. Seeing that this is not helping me, I'm gonna use my new feat to do a quick. Oh no, then I cannot do that. Okay, I'm gonna booming blade this guy here
Advantage.
with advantage. And that's a hit, so he gets 9 points of piercing damage and 1 point of thunder damage. And I'm going to use Quicken Spell. I just took Metamagic Adept. So I'm going to do Quicken Spell Haste. And I'm going to do a normal attack against him, which also hits, which inflicts 8 points of damage.
Nice.
And that's going to be... Is this one dead? No, it's still suffering there, no?
That's Vander spat on
Yep.
it.
Okay, that's my turn then.
Okay, so roll slime damage from you, Vander.
Right. Ooh, this is cool. It's 3d4. Not the best roll, but okay.
Alright, still the creature. It's going to use Pack Tactics as well against Adai. It's going to forego its fire breath and just try and bite you. At advantage, it's a 21. So once again, you batch it away with your shield.
Now I have haste. I 24 at the moment.
Oh, even better. Okay, cool. Coastal.
It does the way around, but outside. So against this one, helping me in the battle.
Woo! And helps him out. Now we come down to this one here. It's gonna come right to the south of you, Evie, and breathe fire across. This fellow creature is immune to fire, so don't need to worry about that. But Orion and Evie make dexterity saving throws, please. That's a pass, and Orion, that's maybe a fail. Rolling with your bless, Orion. You need a 10's a failure, but your bless saves you. Excellent. So that once again they breathe fire on you. Take 8 points of damage. And Orion, make me a Constitution saving throw, please. Maintaining concentration on bless. DC 10. Oh, there we go. Natural 20. No problems whatsoever.
Natural 20!
Okay. The creature between you, 1 to 2, is going to attack Orion. It attacks Bone. So it turns around to you. Bone opens up its mouth and goes to bite you. And it rolls a dirty 20, which I believe hits. 9 points of piercing, reduced to 4 with your rage. And can you please make me a Constitution saving throw? Okay, and add your bless on top of that.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, no ill effects, it seems. So, Avgi. Not Bone, but definitely Avgi. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack this one next
Sure.
to between him and Orion.
Sure.
Uh,
With the maul, I assume.
yeah,
16 hits, even without the bless, so that's good.
12.
Wow, okay, it's starting to break some bones inside of its body. It's whimpering, but it's still a threat. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna
17.
take it out.
Even without bless, hits once again.
That's 13.
You turn the creature into a nice thin pulp as you maul it to death. Nice.
Yeah, not as brutal as before. It's more methodical and yeah, it's not like he's just smashing it repeatedly. It's more precision strikes, it seems.
Directed blows. Interesting. Okay, Orion. Squished puppy in front of you. What do you do?
Squish puppy in front. I can have a little bit more of a clean line of sight. I'm going to take one step over here. See another little puppy still try to chomp into Avgi. And I'm going to see if I can make him glow pretty, as I will send a guiding bolt his way.
Nice. Okay, roll to hit.
One of my free casts.
23 hits with even without bless. Nice. 18 radiant, and he lights up for Avgi to take an extra shot. Extra advantage, rather.
Seeing that he's probably have an advantage anyway, I'm going to go ahead and bonus action. Starry form as the stars on my shield start aligning into a bow and arrow.
Nice.
And with that, I take a automatic shot as it fires.
Nice. It's an advantage, of course. Evan's going to miss.
Oop. Let me see. Did that do? Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Boosh.
So yeah. So what was the 11? That was okay. Yeah, Starry Form with the archer
That's the damage.
hits. So it takes another 11 points of damage at advantage. I gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, nice little combo there. Very cool. Okay, excellent. You guys are doing well. Ada, you're just so hard to hit. But you know,
They're doing well. They're doing well. Don't worry.
well, they do have advantage, so they're going to keep on trying to bite you. This one hasn't fired its breath, so it's going to take its chance to breathe fire on you. Now make me a dexterity saving throw, please. There's a fire.
I'm fail, I guess. Even with the D4, I'm not gonna roll it. I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah, even with the bless, an 8 would be a failure. So take 66 points of fire damage. 20
Okay, well, that
points.
was a lot. Okay, and then it's a half of it because I'm resistant, and then I do a Constitution saving throw,
DC 10.
which I pass.
Okay, so you maintain concentration. Okay, excellent. Vander, keeping your distance wisely from these fire breaths, what do you do?
Well, I exchanged Tasha's hideous laughter with cause fear. Feels like that spell does somewhat the same thing, a little bit of crowd control. And if I understood it correctly, there's no new version for that, so... And I can upcast it, so that's nice. So, I guess we'll try it out.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll use my second pact slot to cast Cause Fear on all 3 of the ones inside of the room.
I agree,
It's,
this is an excellent crowd control spell. Unfortunately, these things are immune to fear.
Ooh, well, At least I know that now.
Are you
Regardless,
still
I'm
not in this case.
yeah. I'm going to take a step back, and I'm going to use my bonus action to make Joy hit the one in the middle with hit the one in the middle.
With advantage.
Lovely.
Mr. Coastal. 18
18?
hits. Yeah, 18's good.
Perfect. Okay. I'll just roll a 1d4. So 6 points of piercing damage, and it has to make a did I say Constitution saving throw?
It rolls a 5.
Yeah. Yeah, so it fails. So it's going to take some, unless it's immune, of course, it's going to take some poison damage.
It's not immune.
3d6. Okay, cool. So 13 points of poison damage.
Got it. Okay. All right. Nice round, Joy. This thing also hasn't fired its breath, so it's going to do another breath weapon against you again, Adai.
Mm-hmm.
So make a dexterity saving throw.
But it used the breath, or did they recover the breath every?
This one hadn't used it at all. They just tried to bite you. So next round,
I got three breaths so far.
there's 3 of them, so that makes sense.
No, this would be the 4th one. But okay, it's okay. That's a fail, I think. Yes. Should I roll the d4 just in case? Just in case. That's 8.
That 8 won't get you there. So you take 4 points of damage and a Constitution saving throw. Oh no, 9. So 9 points of damage.
9 because I didn't make it.
Yeah, 9.
That's all good.
Okay. So you maintain
Okay.
concentration. And
Yes.
looking a little crispy. What do you do?
Yeah, let me just adjust the light. 37. Okay, how injured is this guy here?
Very.
Okay, I will do Booming Blade to him. No, I will do a normal attack to him. A normal rapier attack to him, just in case.
Okay.
That hits. He gets 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. Which one was it? The injured one? This one here?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so yep, he's looking very rough as the blade hits him. Your rapier. Nice.
But he's still alive, no? Okay.
He's still alive.
Then I do Booming Blade to... Is Joy visible at the moment?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Then I will do... I will do Booming Blade and I will just kill him.
Okay.
That's a hit, and I would imagine that's dead.
And 2 hit points, so he gets splattered.
Yeah. Explodes in with the booming blade, making the situation more uncomfortable, and then move 5 feet forward, and that's... I did the 2 attacks. That's my turn, yes.
You don't get an extra one with haste?
I did already. I attacked him twice.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, that joy's all of a sudden a factor. So the creature, let's see if it gets its... It does get it back, but it's not going to use it. Just do a red dot to remind myself that it's got the fire left. And it's going
Taking
to
4 damage. Yeah.
And it's going to attack Joy. Going to bite Joy. Rolls an 11. Does that hit Joy?
I think, let me just double check. I think it should hit her. No, she has armor 13 armor class, yeah.
So tries to bite and misses. Coastal?
Okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll go to this corner and do the help action against the green bubbling creature.
Flyby. Did it get its breath weapon back? It does get its breath weapon back. Step to the side, and it's going to breathe fire on Avgi and Orion. So both of you make dexterity saving throws, please.
Ooh.
You might make it with Bless, but you needed a 4. So,
Ooh. Yeah.
Orion, you're not going to make it even with Bless. So both of you will take 24 points of damage. And Orion, a Constitution saving throw DC 12 this time. Okay. A DC 10 if you absorb elements. If you have advantage, so Bless goes down.
Aw.
Ooh.
And Avgi, as you take a blast of fire to the face, what do you do?
No wonder you couldn't hear me. I have Warcaster.
Oh, you have Warcaster. So did you make it then?
Yeah. I got 11.
Okay. You put the Bless tag back on then. Alright. Concentration is maintained. Avgi.
Avgi's gonna pat himself down and try to clear some of that burning off his beggar's clothes. And he's going to... is something up on the wall now, or...?
Let's just put it back there. I forgot there was a large wall there. So let's just say he's there.
Okay, yeah. He's gonna attack it. Normally.
18 hits, even without Bless.
15.
15. Got it.
And 15, so 30 damage to it.
Oh. Splat. Another one goes down in a puddle of gore. And...
It's going to turn around. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll make a perception check for me, Avgi. Oh, you hear a sound to the south saying, "Help! Help! They've got me locked in a cell. Please, someone help!" That's what you hear, Avgi, a sound coming from the south.
Yeah, he's gonna turn around to Ryan and say, "There's someone trapped here." To rush off. 5. Just
Here.
30.
At the corner of the eye, you
there.
see this guy.
Yeah. Should be 40. That's as far as he can go.
Okay, cool. So off to save whoever this person is. Orion, no more puppies, just puppy puddles.
Puppy puddles. Let me double check there. That's a 60 feet radius. It's all within 60 feet. Up to 6th grade. Okay. Alright. I'm going to... So I can see. Now I have eyes on everybody. And... Let's see. Yep, he is in range. I'm going to use my... actually, see, I think he's out of trouble since we do have some. So I'm going to use this instead. I'm going to use my action to channel divinity, as I will preserve life.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to give 15 to Adai.
Oh, nice.
And actually, I'm going to give 20 to Adai, and then I'm going to give 15 to me.
That adds up to
Do the man.
35 though. Isn't it 30?
Right. Yeah, 35. Because I took another level. Since we gained another level, I gained another 5 for my channel divinity.
Oh, okay, cool. Right.
And then with my bonus action, I will fire another shot into the Ichor covered puppy.
Okay, so preserve life, excellent. Vander.
Well,
Archer.
I
Archer.
guess
Sorry, I forgot
Vander
about
is
Orion's
going.
thing. Orion, don't forget
Oh.
your bless. Ed misses.
13, it's going to miss. Okay.
Ed misses. Okay, so Ezra, Vander.
I think Vander is just going to do a Mind Sliver Intelligence saving throw 17 on this one.
Rolls an 18, which is pretty good.
Oh,
This is a
yeah.
flat roll.
Nothing happens. And a bonus action, Joy attacks.
Sure. At advantage, it seems. 24
Oh, perfect.
hits.
Cool.
It's a con
And
save.
that's
Con save
Whoa.
5, so roll the extra damage.
okay, perfect. So that's 5 piercing and 8 poison.
Cool, wearing them down. Excellent. Okay, and that was Joy's attack. Excellent.
Did it take the acid damage on its turn? I can't remember when that
No, it
was.
didn't. So roll it now. It happens on its turn, but it's its turn soon. So just roll it now.
Okay, cool.
So it'll take
8
8
acid.
on its turn. It's not going to be enough to kill it, so I don't think it'll matter. Oh, this one is going to use. Does it get its breath back? Yes, it does. Regardless of its breath attack, it is going to attack Joy at advantage thanks to pack tactics. Goes to bite Joy and rolls a 22. Joy takes
Hits.
6 points of damage.
Joy has damage resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks that aren't silvered. I don't know if those have something that passes that.
No, so that's 3 points of damage, but I still need Joy
Okay.
to make a con saving throw.
All right. Constitution saving throw.
12 was what you needed, so you're fine.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, super fast Adai. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will Booming Blade. I will first attack normal attack to the one on the top, which that's a 13 plus so a 14 to hit with the bless.
It's a miss.
Okay, and then a Booming Blade. Didn't roll. 18 to hit, and then it
hits.
gets basically okay. So it gets 11 points of damage in total.
Which one? The green one? Or the other
This one here,
one? Okay, cool.
the one which is injured.
Yep.
Okay. It's gonna probably attack Joy. I'm gonna risk an attack of opportunity to move here.
Okay, it goes to bite your butt as you go past, and it rolls a 7, so that'll be a miss.
Okay. It has advantage because of path tactics.
That's an 11.
Okay.
Okay, so missing, but that's a good point. Thanks for looking out for that. And yeah, it's going to bite Joy at advantage. What was it, 21? So 7 piercing reduced to 3. And another con save from Joy, please.
All right.
Ah!
Oh my god.
No problem. Okay, and finally Coastal.
Does the same before against the injured animal and flies here. Yes.
Excellent. Abgi, heading south.
Yeah. And what do I see? Is it a pit trap or a prison?
It's a pit,
Yeah.
like dug into the ground, and there's a padlock holding him down there. And you see a man who looks like this, and he says, help me out of here, please, friend.
It's gonna smash the padlock and rip open the
Okay, so what make me... Well,
bars.
make it an athletics check at advantage. So raging. And you just rip the padlock off. And the guy, will just say he crawls out of the pit and collapses on his back and says, "Oh, thank you, friend. Thank you, friend. I thought I was a dead man. Thank you so much."
No worries. There are strange dogs nearby. Be careful.
Yes, we'll talk about those. I saw you sound of combat. Help your friends. I'll be fine for now.
Head back in the south. Yeah.
Technically, your rage fades, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think that'll come into account, but we'll keep a track of it nevertheless. Orion!
Take a step up so I get a little bit of a line of sight. I'm going to see Dalgo over there that just looks like he's on his last leg. I'm going to look at him and stomp the staff down. As do you hear? It calls for you, death, and I will toll the dead.
So wisdom saving throw.
DC 17.
There was a 15. You might survive this.
2d12 because I'm assuming it gets damaged.
Definitely damaged. It had 5 hit points. That's enough for its head to explode as the Toll the Dead takes its effect.
And then with my bonus action, fire a star arrow its way.
This guy here, 15 will hit, even without bless or roll damage. So 9 points of damage from the starry form archer. Nice. Feel free to move if you like, but it's Vander's turn.
All right. I guess once again we're gonna do the mind sliver on the remaining one inside of here. So that's an intelligence 17.
14 this time, so that works.
All right, perfect. 7 psychic, and it also has this minus 1d4 on its next saving throw. And as a bonus action, I'm going to attack with Joy once more.
Okay.
Let's see what's happening.
11. Miss. That's a miss.
11 will miss, alright. And for my movement, I'm going to just slowly waddle to the entrance of the castle. And yeah, that's my turn.
It's the remaining turn. The last hound alive is going to try and bite Joy. This time not at advantage, but it rolls a dirty 20. So Joy, take 3 points of damage, reduced to 1, and make a Constitution saving throw.
Right. Constitution. There we go. 16.
That is good
Yes,
enough.
+1 to the Constitution, so I'm surprised he's doing so well.
He's doing well. Adai, hasted boy, what would you like to do?
Booming Blade first, which hits for. I'm rolling really bad all the rolls.
Okay.
8 points of damage so far, and then normal attack does hit you for 9 points of damage. So total should be 17 points of damage.
Okay, 2 excellent hits. Coastal's
And
doing
then
a
move
flyby.
5 here. Yes. So it will go, but then it's gonna come back here and then comes back here. So it doesn't want to get breath.
Okay, Evgi, as you rescued this man, what would you like to do?
Let's dash.
Running back to join the fray. Excellent.
Yeah. I can get next to it. Yeah.
Okay, with your full dash action. Excellent. Orion.
Take a step up over here, and we'll first of all toll the dead.
Another wisdom saving throw. Rolls an 18, so no effect from
That's
Toll.
passed. Yep. We'll line up the star arrow shot.
Advantage
Oh, I have advantage?
because of Coastal. Coastal did a flyby.
Oh,
Yes.
all right.
16 hits.
16.
Okay, nice solid hit for the next one. Alright. Let's see if Vander can finish this creature off.
We'll see. I guess we'll do Mind Slivers, so intelligence save throw. 17.
Well, it rolls an 18, but it's already been mind slivered, so it gets a minus d4, so it rolls a 16, so that succeeds.
Oh, perfect. That's true.
Oh, wasn't that
8
supposed to be mind slivered on the toll of the dead?
Oh, that's true. Probably true.
Say in the combination between Toll the Dead and Mind Sliver, the creature just explodes in a bunch of. And
I'm just...
so it's a nice combo attack from both of you.
I'm just need to see if Joy would hit. All right.
Okay.
As the combat is over, even though Vander hasn't been hurt, he's gonna look somewhat, well, not really comfortable in the situation, and he's just gonna say, "Guys, I just need a moment, please." And he's going to retreat behind the wall.
Okay.
I'm gonna let the others know that was a prisoner to the south.
You say Vander wasn't hurt?
Yeah, not hurt. He just said he needed a moment.
Okay, I will go south towards Ivki.
Can I insight check the reason why he just needs a moment?
What would you insight though? He says he need a moment, and I'm not sure what insight would also reveal. But roll an insight, we'll see what happens.
You want me to challenge my perception or
maybe.
deception?
That's up to you. I might roll this today, so I'm at 11.
I'm just gonna roll it.
There we go. He thinks he just needs a moment. Everybody needs a moment sometimes. And as you go and deal with the situations, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back in 5 minutes. Okay, so as the madness of the battle settles down, you once again realize where you are on this once lush landscape, now just covered in this purple rain. Dead bodies everywhere. Vander went to do something, and you have this ex-prisoner, it seems. He says, there's nothing to say, I guess, except thank you. I owe you my life. My name is Melier, and let's start with, who are you? Why did you come to my aid?
We are traveling across this land. We knew some people here. We seen a body from one of them. What happened here? Which creatures? I mean, I seen these creatures, but were they enough to destroy everything, or were accompanied by someone or something?
This, up until recently, was doing everything that Southkeep was doing. We were under the command of Captain Renric Nuhak. I saw him fell in battle, which breaks my heart. And the reason their rebellion, we were all here under the orders of Queen Athena, and we were tasked with to secure this place, which we did, and then we were to collect taxes from Harveston. I think that was more Renric's ideas than the Queen, but taxing Harveston. Many people, myself included, felt this was taking things a step too far. And so some of the soldiers in this garrison started talking and thinking, we're loyal to the land, not to the Queen. We're not going to oppress the people of Harveston for this taxation. I heard talk of if they weren't going to get the necessary taxes, they were going to go door to door and physically take the money. And many of the men, myself included, decided to say no. And then a fight outbroke. And at the worst possible time, these hounds arrived. And they just started massacring people left, right, and center. So a battle, and the tide was turned almost against both of us as these hellhounds attacked. And to my eternal shame, to my internal any pride I have was quickly erased as the hellhounds threatened to take over, and I threw myself in the pit and locked it behind me, and it kept me safe from the hounds, but I could hear them still roaring outside, and if you hadn't come in a few days, I would most likely be dead. I guess the other information, some people before the Civil War, I guess, broke out, they went to Harveston. And as far as I know, they are there now collecting the taxes that are not deserved.
Well, there's no shame on finding refuge. It's a bad death, being born alive. Do you think anyone else may have survived in these ruins?
If there was, I'm sure the dogs would have got them by now. You must be mighty warriors indeed to have vanquished them. Their fire breath was more than we could manage. But I'm afraid all of you here have before you as a deserter, I guess. I ran.
You're right, and the rest of their militia is collecting taxes. Maybe you can help us. We are heading there in a few days. We first need to do a couple of things. We may make right.
I myself am at a loss. My captain is dead. The soldiers who I loved are dead, even though they did stay loyal to the Queen when I did not. But if you're looking for a traveling companion, I think safety in numbers is the way to go. So if you'd have me, I would join you.
Okay. But maybe first, let's check this place. Maybe you still have something valuable or someone else hiding. And I head towards the building basically with the idea of checking around and investigate whether something may have survived the attack, something of interest.
A thorough search of the keep, and I'll just show you what the entire keep looks like by clicking that button. And anything that was there is gone. There's just broken furniture. You see bodies around, and unlike the bodies, I guess, more on the outside of the keep, these ones definitely have more sword marks on them, leading you to the conclusion that it lends weight to what Melia told you about some type of disagreement about loyalties to the queen. But as far as treasure, potions, magical items, nothing.
Okay. There seems to be too many bodies to do proper burial, no? Like, I mean, here I see some bodies, but probably there are more than the ones we see, no?
Yeah, it's just Malcolm randomly dropping bodies, but there's maybe 100.
Yeah, then no. Okay. Orin, unless you want to say some words, maybe we should be heading to the tower. If what Melia said is true, we would like to finish with the tower early enough to come back on our way to the town. Maybe we can still do something there.
It was a beautiful speech while muted. Josh, you're muted if you're talking.
Sorry, I have a daughter that's talking to me at the moment.
Oh,
Much more important.
yes. Okay, then we go to the Arcane Tower. Keeping Harveston in our minds.
The hour is late. So we can say you rest in the tower in here or inside your instant fortress, either way. And you press on. Oh, wait a sec.
So a long rest.
Yeah, long rest. And I'll keep those Constitution saving throws the same. But we're back to Avgi, I think. Roll me a d20.
Yeah.
One. Okay, so you press on with nothing unusual happening, just more rain, more mud. And as you press on for the last day of travel that will get you to the Arcane Tower, we'll have Vander roll me a d20.
D20.
Okay. Relatively uneventful. Now, organized. Okay, so you notice there's some farms around the Arcane Tower, and as you arrive late in the day, you notice some of the farms, while not actively farming, there's obviously someone in the farmhouses. and you look for the Arcane Tower. You know exactly where it should be at the end of this road. No Arcane Tower is there.
I going to cast a ritual detect magic. And check around what the hell is going on.
Okay. So you approach where you think the tower should be, and there is a trapdoor on the ground, and around the trapdoor are some very faint arcane symbols. Trapdoor in the floor, and
So there's okay.
as you approach, you see a farmer emerge from one of the farmhouses and says, "Travelers, nothing to be. Look, come inside. We just come inside, out of the rain, please."
Okay, I approach. By the way, did we rest? That is the same day of the. It was the next day, no? After the fight.
2 days after the fight, in fact, so you were long
Yeah.
rested.
Okay. I will approach him, but cautious. Something doesn't add up here.
The farmer welcomes you in. There's a simple family, and you see in the corner, there's a body wrapped in a cloth. I'm sorry. This is a terrible time. We lost our daughter to this curse, and we just haven't had the heart to bury her. It was just recently, but I apologize if that makes you feel uncomfortable. But please come inside, out of the rain.
I'm really sorry for your loss.
Well, other families have lost more than we've lost, but thank you. I appreciate your concern. And you're coming out of the rain?
I do.
And you see a figure, obviously a magic user of some sort, and he's got a little mini displacer beast resting on his shoulder. And he says, I am Rowan Calthrian, and I am a member of the Arcane Tower. Now, before we go any further, I think this farmer has the right idea. You see, travelers, we invite them in. We just hope you're more hospitable than the last ones. But let's get started first. Who are you? Why are you here?
My name is Sadei. These are my friends, Ebki, Vendu, Orion. We recently met this man, Melior, in the ruins of the South Keep. But we come from farther. We come from this capital. We've seen Sados fall and kill everyone. We've seen the Queen mad taking over the city, and we did our best so far to avoid it.
Is an interesting word. She is no doubt a psychopath, but it seems if she is mad, she's come up with a brilliant curse for the lands. This is not. I see some intelligence behind her maliciousness.
We learned recently that there seems to be a plan. We don't know yet what, but something that was cooked time ago by the former king. Some bad decisions. We are coming to the Arcane Tower seeking for help. Help that we think may remove some curses. Maybe not from the land, but maybe from the crown that should reign this kingdom.
Crown?
We need to meet with this Master Aiden. Do you know if he's there?
Well, let me put it this way. Master Eden normally resides in the tower. Let's just leave it at that. And let's just say that the new master is the Master Zeophas. He is the current head of the Arcane Tower. But Master Eden, as far as I know, is still indeed in the tower. But, I mean, the elephant in the room, the tower, is not there.
Where did he go? To other plane?
Well, I'll get to that. I'm more curious about what your motivations are. You have the crown. I'd assume the queen did not give it up willingly, so I assume the queen is dead.
Several heads were cut. Not certain whether the right queen was dead or not. Did we know that? I mean, I know that I was not playing the game, so maybe Vendor can.
You definitely removed multiple queen's heads from memory, and one of them happened to have the crown on. So I believed you killed 2 queens. So the queen is dead.
We did suspect that there were multiple queens, that the queen herself made copies, perhaps. That the real one, perhaps, well, it's somewhere else. But we have the crown. We put the crown inside the magical box of magic nullification, so dispel magic box.
Well, assuming these outlandish claims are true, I'm not questioning it, but it just gets more worse. The queen has cloned herself, which is what you seem to be suggesting, then that is concerning. What do you intend to do with this crown?
Destroy it.
Well, or bring it to its rightful owner, perhaps. If someone can turn everything around. I mean, there was a king once, and the land were prosperous. Maybe it can be like that once again.
I mean, this was the crown that King Waldron wore.
Yeah, but it's tarnished by some foul magic.
Tarnished by some foul magic. Alright, well, these are mysteries far more than I can unravel, and I think you're wise to seek out the advice of Master Eden. I was out collecting various things when the curse descended. I rushed back to the Arcane Tower as quickly as I could, fearing what I know would happen, and my fears were realized when Master Zeophas, the current master of the tower, enacted certain protocols, and the Arcane Tower is not here. Summoning it back is a complicated task. Now, if you head into the... Actually, I mentioned some people came here before, and shall we say they weren't as pleasant as you guys. They called themselves the Heroes of Virtue. And They seem to be a bunch of self-serving people who are interested in filling their own pockets, not so much helping out at all. They managed to break into the vaults beneath the Arcane Tower. I'm not sure what damage they did, but I suggest you go and investigate it yourself. There was a well-groomed black-haired human in leather, another one who appeared to be a bard, and there was a 10-foot ogre who was too big to even go down into there, and there was some type of magic user as well. But I'm afraid they got there before you. Tell me, when you killed the queen or queens, whoever it was, you found a crown on her head. You've said that. Did you find anything else?
I also believe we found some kind of device for her arm, some kind of bracelets, a ring of some kind, like a big ring for her wrist. Am I mistaken, or?
You are exactly right.
Torque of the tower. We didn't do anything with it. I don't think we identified it. I think we've forgotten about it for a while because we were not safe. So yeah, around her neck she wore that.
Is one of the components needed to resummon the tower. It's handed down from royalty to royalty, and the assumption is in great times of peril, these torches can be used to unlock the towers. May I see the torque that you found?
I guess we can show it to him.
Yep.
I'm not really sure who who has it though, but I'm sure someone has.
Yeah, I think in creation originally with the chest, but I assume he can have the chest carrying it around. So yeah, just gonna put it down and open it up. Take out the torque.
It's actually here. So, various torques were given to various people of importance. Sorry, just finding. This one, the mithril torque, was given to the royalty. One assumes as in times of royal emergency, the royals would need to give their approval, else the tower would not be resummoned. And this particular one does contain some magical abilities. You'll need to spend some time with it, but once per day you can increase your armor, be protected. Now in all there are 6 of these torques. There is instructions on how to use these torques in the vaults of the Arcane Tower. Once again, I suggest you go down and learn this information for yourself. It gives quite detailed information about the torques. I only really know about this mithril one, but if you wish to venture down there, then now would be a good time, I guess.
You see the Master Sofas is now the head of what is remaining from the tower. This I didn't understand. Will we meet Master Surface in the vault?
Ever since the kidnapping of the prince, the kidnapping of the queen, and the subsequent death of the prince, Master Eden, just say, wasn't himself. He spends much of his days in his room alone by himself. He refused food and water. He's got some magical way to sustain himself, and he spends most of his days dreaming. We fear that whatever happened in the Fey realm took a toll on him. So he voluntarily stood down from being the acting Archmage of the Arcane Tower and gave it to Master Xeophas. Regardless, if you get the Arcane Tower back, you'll find the Master Eden easily enough.
I see. To me, it seems quite sincere, but I worry about going into a trap. Do I feel that he's nervous by sending us into the vault?
Make an insight check.
17.
He seems up on the level. I mean, he's plainly by his robes and so on. He was a member of the Arcane Tower. I mean, but as he said, he missed the call. Now, there are troubling times for sure around this. There is one more piece of information I can give you. There was a wizard who left the tower prior to the curse doing. He was expelled. I'm not sure what he was expelled from, but expelled he was. His name was Abelor Whitegate, and he left the tower with some parchments prior to the tomb emptying. I'm not sure if he would have any more answers to these questions, but he can be found in his workshop, which is all the way over here. I'm not sure what he took and why he took it, but maybe he would be a person of interest, shall we say.
Okay, but he's really far away.
It's a problem for another day.
Yeah. Well, I guess for today we will need to figure out ourselves. Which time of the day is? Will we have time to try to go to the vault today?
Sure would.
Any traps that we should be aware of to get in? Magical or otherwise?
I assume that there are traps. I wasn't ever granted access to the vaults myself. I can want to assume there's some type of magical warding. And I don't know what the so-called heroes of virtue did.
It would be, I would think, a possibility that if they were able to get in, that they somehow either bypassed or disarmed the traps.
Perhaps that is a good point.
Okay. Then let's go. I mean, anyway, with precaution, we don't know how devious these guys were. I mean, they may have considered leaving traps behind for, safety. But yeah, you're right. Maybe there's a path forward. I will cast again detect magic on our way down.
Sure. So you head out to the place where the tower is, and you see a trapdoor at the top. And between you, you think that someone tried to pick the lock of the tower, failed, and in frustration just bashed it down. And you do see some very faint arcane sigils around it. But what would you like to do?
Sorry, the door is bashed, no? So we could...
It's bashed. It's partially open, so presumably you could open it if you wanted to.
Yeah. I'm gonna check that there's nothing obvious, like a trap or something like that, and then I will open it.
Sure, make an
I'm gonna
investigation.
assist.
Okay, investigation check at advantage.
That's a 27.
Your opinion, there are no traps, and whatever they bashed their way through is perfectly safe to go down.
Okay. I'm gonna take a torch with me, because I otherwise don't see. And any of you want to go ahead, or should I go ahead?
That's perfectly fine. If you wouldn't necessarily like the torch, I can help out with that.
Oh, that will be lovely.
And I'll cast light on Adai's weapon or shield, whichever one he prefers.
Okay, thanks. The weapon will be okay. Okay, then I will head forward. We go cautious, but I think we realize we are not really, without aggression, we are not really silent. So, yeah, we'll see what we encounter.
You head down some staircases. It goes down for about 20 feet. Then it opens up into a chamber. And this is what you see. So, there's a simple stone pedestal right in the center of this chamber as you descend down these stairs. And there's some arcane lights around the place, so the spell you cast, Orion, is not that useful. It does, in fact, there's already self-lighting. And now there's this single stone pedestal that's covered in inscriptions, and there's 7 little slots, presumably that you could put. It looks about the shape of the torque. And there is some script around it. And it's do it this way. Lost it. I'll put this in Discord. Look at that PDF that I posted in Discord.
In Discord?
Discord, yep.
I can't see it.
Oh, sorry, I posted it in the wrong place. Must delete that now. Sorry, I'll do it another way. Sorry, I thought I had all this prepared. Yeah, there we go. This is what it shows.
So where did you post it in? Ah, now I see it. Okay. Yeah. In
Roll20. Yeah, I moved it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so the information about the torch, the torques, no?
Mm-hmm.
Which one do we have?
You have the...
Adamantine.
No, you have the mithril torque.
Ah, yeah.
Okay, and there's you said there's 7 or 6 slots.
6. Sorry, I think I said 7, but there's 6.
Okay. Okay. I have the dead magic active. Okay. Okay, we describe the information just to have it, just to be sure. And I think we need to search this place properly. I mean, the guys who went ahead of us probably already took most of it, but let's see. I'm gonna walk with the dead magic around, see whether we see anything of interest.
Sure. Well, the pedestal gives off auras of transmutation magic, and it seems, Adai, as you walk into this area, well, first of all, let me give you a description of it. It appears to be some type of magical storage things, like spell components. But there's a big, huge tunnel down the center that look completely unnatural. And there's a magical circle that you detect. Pretend that's a circle, but the circle has been broken like that. Whatever's buried its way through there. There's a magical circle there, and it's been broken, whatever tunneled through there.
Okay, maybe a creature escaped here. We should be careful. There was a magic circle at some point. I will go anyway around it.
Sure.
And if I find anything of interest, I will take it. Otherwise, I will just glance here.
Okay. Just a bunch of junk, in your opinion? Maybe there was something of value here, but you know some people came before you. Perhaps they took it.
Does this thing end here? I don't see more further. Oh, yeah, I see longer, yeah. I will continue.
Steep. It's almost hitting vertical at that point. So it's going to take quite a bit of effort to see what's at the end of the tunnel. And it twists a little bit as well. So you're not sure if it goes to the surface or it goes somewhere else, but it's quite difficult to traverse.
So it's going up or going down? I didn't get that.
Up.
Up. Okay, so then there's no risk. No, I will just climb a little bit if and hopefully see whether there is anything off.
Just a tunnel, it seems. Does it look like a man-made tunnel? It's not uniform enough for that. So some creature you assume did this.
Okay, and do I see anything there like some maybe hair or any leftover from some creature that may have crawled or
Investigation check.
went through? Oh, that was a close 20, but not a 2. So, it's a 9. Yeah. Okay, I go back. Okay, doesn't seem to be the way to go. So we check the doors. I'm gonna listen to this one. Sorry, I opened it by mistake. My bad.
Make a perception check.
Yeah, and if I don't hear anything, which I guess with a 10 I don't, I open the door.
Okay, this room appears to be some type of magical archive, and you see it's some of the books and stuff are on the ground. It seems as if whoever came here before you, the so-called heroes of virtue, have looted this place.
I will check anyway whether there is any spell book, just in case.
Sure. Or you and anybody else who has a look around can make an investigation check.
Yeah.
I kind of want to look at the magic circle, though. Are there like some inscriptions or anything like that?
Make an Arcana check.
I want to check out if it's been used for anything interesting.
Well, in your opinion, Vander, it's broken. The circle would need to be complete for it to regain its magical ability. And with a 24, you also learn that some type of transportation magic. It's a transportation.
Transportation, okay.
At the moment,
yeah.
it's inactive because of the thing which borrowed its way through it, however you want to look at it.
Do I feel like this is a hard task to complete to make it whole again?
It's one that a skilled practitioner would need to do it. Maybe Adai could do it, but it's going to take some skill. But in your opinion, with a 24, it's repairable.
Okay, cool.
Evgi, you find nothing. Adai, you do. Yeah, Evgi finds nothing. Adai finds something. It's not so much as something, but it's an. Apparently, there's a library in the tower. You look around, there's plainly no library there. But inside the library, there is a listing. Oops. There is a listing that indexes the exact location of a piece of parchment in the library called the Dark Star Parchment.
Okay, they got my attention. By the way, that reminds me that we have 2 books that we never opened. We were so busy traveling, and I think I will do it later today. I'm gonna make this note. But we have a. Trying to find where are these books. Portent of Darkness and Tome of Clear Thought. Okay. Doesn't matter. We can do that when we are resting. Okay. Shall we go for the next room, guys?
Yeah.
Okay. So we
Okay,
try the same here.
The Tome of Clear Thought, when you bring it out, it detects as magical. And Portness of
Ooh.
Darkness, and the Portents of Darkness contains detailed instructions about how to cast a limited divination similar to the augury spell.
Okay.
But it requires
But,
1 hour to complete the ritual, and it costs 25 gold pieces worth of materials. But then you can cast the augury spell.
Okay. But you can do it anytime you want?
Yeah.
Huh?
Does have a cost to it though. Oh, sorry. Just
Okay.
getting a phone call from the school. Just
Yeah.
hold on.
Vandor, seems to me that the Portent of Darkness could be something that you will be interested. Would you like to have it?
What did you say, Adai?
Now that we are checking here this library, I remember that I have a couple of books that I store, and that include Portent of Darkness. And now that I have the magic, and so I just checking around what it does, and it will allow you to get some information about the good or bad omens coming from the future. So like an augury type of a
Sorry,
spell.
guys, my daughter's fell down and grazed her knee and needs her dad. So I have to go pick her up from school. So it's have to end a little bit early if that's okay.
Sure thing,
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
fine.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about this.
That's okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
She needs her dad. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So
No worries.
enjoy Japan, Adai, and we'll see the rest
Thank
of you
you.
guys next week. Okay, take care.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
See you.
Yeah.
Have a good
Bye.
trip. See you.